Hi, this is Pastor Bill Whitehead from Rahway, New Jersey, and I'm sitting here with this little glass of something, and I am ready to party. I'm telling you, I'm ready to break loose, my friends. Break loose, cut loose, whatever you want to call it. I am ready to party. Why? I have no idea. It just, every once in a while, you know, we gotta get out there, we gotta open up, cut loose, we gotta howl at the moon, you know what I'm saying? We gotta have a good time. And I was thinking about this week as I watched the news from the Chilean miners and how they were released. This was the week they were released after their captivity of 60 some odd days, and people were partying in the streets. People had their champagne, people had their wine, their beer, their whatever, and they were just cutting loose and partying. The whole country was cutting loose and partying and having a good time celebrating. And why not? Why not? Those poor men, their families, they suffered so much, and now they were released, and it was all good news and a wonderful story. And I just thought, this is great. This is great. But it made me start thinking about what God wants us to do as believers in Jesus Christ, as followers of Jesus, as believers in God. What does God want us to do about serving Him, doing the work that God has placed in our hands? Well, I'll tell you one thing He doesn't want us to do. He doesn't want us to sit on the sidelines. Now, this week, with all the partying in Chile, those people who I saw on the news who were waving their champagne, they had nothing to do with the rescue of the Chilean miners. They were just people partying on the street, celebrating, and that's no problem. And that's fine. But they were just on the sidelines. They were on the sidelines. And I was watching, as I was watching them, I was thinking, you know, God does not want us to be on the sidelines. And that is exemplified by the story of the Good Samaritan. In the Good Samaritan story, what is it that the priests and Levites do wrong? What is it that Jesus criticizes about those people as they walk past that man lying in the road? Jesus criticizes them because they do nothing. They do nothing. I mean, they don't do anything wrong. They don't attack. They didn't attack the man. They don't laugh at him, make fun of him, spit upon him. No, they just do nothing. And Jesus says that's wrong. And of course it's wrong. Of course it's wrong. And then Jesus lifts up the Samaritan who does something, who does the work of the Lord. And that's what Jesus is saying to us. It is not enough to go through life avoiding doing wrong. It's not enough. It's not enough. And even the Old Testament says that. It's not enough to avoid doing wrong. You must actively do right. You must actively do good. Do the Lord's work. That's what Jesus told us to do. Jesus was not the meek man of the movies. Jesus was not the man of peace and you know, kind of mild and all that kind of stuff that I've seen in movies. No, he was a man of action. He was a man of energy. He was a doer. And he taught his disciples to be doers as well. And he showed them to be doers because he was actively involved in the ministry that he was doing at the time. And so we, as people who want to do like Jesus, what would Jesus do, people, we need to be doers as well. It is not enough to sit on the sideline and watch. It is not enough to sit on the sideline and cheer people on. It is not enough, my friends, to avoid doing wrong. We have to be active do-gooders in this life. We have to be doing God's mission, doing God's ministry, and actively doing the work of the Lord. That's what Jesus asks us to do. That's what makes us good people. That's what makes us good people. Think about the wonderful people that you have met in your life, and you will realize that they were wonderful because they were doing something. They were actively involved in doing something. Well, right now, I'm going to sit back, and what I'm going to do is drink this. Unfortunately, it's not champagne. It's ginger ale. Lovely bouquet. Wood notes. Well, that's all for me this week. Please join me again. It's Pastor Bill saying, God bless you.